everyone, and welcome to our UW Esports Game of the Week, which features our UW Esports teams. And tonight we have a double feature featuring our Overwatch 2 team in their second round games as part of Overwatch Homecoming. And we're gonna see two matches against Auburn University and Western Esports. Now, our esports program, we seek to build and foster community and open doors to the vast career opportunities in the field of gaming and promote the virtues of healthy competition. No one likes being tilted. No one likes hearing people being tilted. We can all be a good community together. Through esports, we're able to communicate with one another, forming and developing digital communities that are so necessary in these challenging times we are facing as we kind of start to leave the COVID era. I know I'm not a health expert. Don't take that from me, but whatever. We hope you enjoy being part of our community, and we invite you to get more involved. Follow us here or on our UW Esports Discord server, as well as on our social channels at UW Esports. And in particular, I'd like to thank everyone who came to Fall Community Night. That was last Friday. We had so much going on. We had Rocket League, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, and Valorant all show up at our Fall Community Night. We got to hear from Sen Kaplan, who's a coach for the Sentinels Valorant team, and he was a previous UW student, so that was really cool to hear from him. We also had our Overwatch 2 team play one of their games live, and those of you who were there might have noticed that I actually shoutcasted one of the games that we were watching live for you all, although I'm not gonna spoil or anything for y'all, but we're all gonna enjoy some great Overwatch together. And just to give a little introduction to myself, I am Nelson. You can call me by my handle Pandabear, and on Twitter I am PandabearCasts. I am currently a junior now. Oh gosh, that sounds so weird, but I am currently a junior at the University of Washington, and I am your sole caster tonight. Now, as we start to talk about Overwatch 2, obviously Overwatch 2 is a very different game, transitioning to 5v5. And so our UW team, I'm sure, has been working to make that transition as smooth as possible. And they already have a few games on the board, so we're going to transition to our first match against Auburn University, and we're going to see Ilios and Kings Row, and there may be a third map depending on how the results of those first two matches go. So we're going to hop right into this right here. And of course, the 5v5, at least right now in the current patch, Zarya has been quite a main staple for current rosters. And as we have the loadouts right here, we have both Mags and Obese Chicken for Auburn University. We have both of them on the Zarya here, and the Zarya is going to look build charge early, take aggressive brawly, bites with the help of bubbles to sustain, and just try to bypass the enemy Zarya and deal damage directly to the squishy backlines. Zarya will win any 1v1 against any of the squishies with high charge. But we see that UW has managed to get up close and into the little small room here first, but has been forced out. No bubbles available, but W, he doesn't race out in time, but the Brad gets the trade onto Dallas. That means that there's no siege, but that doesn't matter because Max is just able to just get right in the faces of the squishies, melt them down. There's nothing that the support line could do. 10 has to fade forward, but Siege shuts that down. And now there's just a lone Zarya. Well, not a lone Zarya anymore. And Mag actually in trouble. Well, it's only at 23 HP and gets taken down. That's a big problem. But that's so huge. Gets me. He gets the railgun headshot on the Zarya. And that's so important to get that tank out of the picture, because without that, you're definitely going to lose the neutral game. Now, UW, they did manage to get a cap in that process. And both sides need to wait for their tank to make any progress, and so this is percentage picking up for the University of Washington. Sneaky gets a little low, but has a bubble to bail out. As Sneaky just tries to take this skirmish near the back, but really, this is just all trying to find a vulnerability on the enemy. Maybe the soldiers are gonna get a pick here. Watch Smee. Smee has a overclock almost here at 97%. He might pop this right now. Is going up. Hasn't found anything yet, but there's the Reaper that teleports in the back. And now the overclock has wound down. Nothing was actually found off the back of that. But that will, a huge amplification matrix right as Auburn was attempting to engage. And when they're right in the middle of that, there's no hiding from the amplification matrix. What a well-timed ult from Karen to just completely shut down that aggressive play. Yes, even the Zarya bubbles are not going to save you from double damage from everyone from UW. And now we have a bunch of ults coming online. In particular, grab from Mags, but it's going to be matched by Charles with the beat almost right here. He has it just in time, so it's going to be able to try to sustain through all this damage with the blade, and it does. Sneaky's not able to get anything with the blade and has to just run away from it. Now here's Overclock from the Brad and the grab to come in combo with it. Mag, he's taking so much damage, but he's able to sustain with the help of the immortality field. And the grab doesn't get anything as 3 people from Auburn just topple over. It's only the Reaper and the Lucio left. Reaper's not going to be able to do anything in that situation. And yes, the cap did come in momentarily from Auburn, but there's no one there to get the recontest. That is round 1. Going to the University of Washington. And one of the things that we saw was just the effectiveness of ult usage there. That UW, they used grab and they forced out beat and immortality field, a bunch of these defensive cooldowns to just sustain through the grab. So that's a lot of value that you get, even though you don't immediately get any kills. But Auburn, they toss the grab, and Mags doesn't die. No, not the entire team. The entire team isn't quite ready to capitalize on that. Mags is able to live through the grab, and then is able to turn the fight because the grab just didn't get enough value. So just incredible play from the University of Washington. As we're now going to start to head into Ilios. I believe the next round we have is on Lighthouse, and we're probably going to see more of these Zarya-based compositions right here. It's just so meta right now. Zarya is just such an effective brawler and being able to peel for the backline, the bubbles. I do want to point out though, W, he was on the Reaper back in the previous point, but they're now on the Sabra here, possibly to try to shut down a Sneaky or maybe pressure the bubbles from Mags early. We're gonna see how that goes. 10 is on the Kiriko. Of course, the new hero has the cleanse, which can be very powerful here to try to just deny some burst damage. As we see this neutral coming out, the health pack does get hacked in the middle room. Sneaky's already down. Bubbles weren't available for him to bail him out of that position. And now, yep, that's just gonna be a quick and easy team fight. Now, Charles does get on the wrong side of Smee's railgun, but that's gonna be okay. He's gonna be back pretty quickly, and the cap's gonna come in for the side of Auburn pretty comfortably here. Now we're gonna come into this next team fight here, and the thing about he falls so low, but he gets bailed out by a support line. Great plays to support just keep their tank alive, and the reward for that as Dallas goes down trying to capitalize on that, and with a nearly full health Zarya just beaming you down, it's gonna be so hard when you have no speed to escape it, and Sneaky, he's the next victim of just the slow grind from Auburn here. There's only 3 up now, and UW, they're going to try to disengage from this without losing any more, and that's actually pretty big. Charles gets taken down late again, and W did not have the Translocators get away, and all of a sudden, with the respawns coming back, it's a 3v5. The Kitsune Rush comes up from 10 to try to turn the 3v5, it gets no value because the Zarya just got chunked down by a headshot railgun from Smee and just died instantly. So there's nothing to be done there. Now, we have Grab versus Grab here. Neither Lucio is very close to beat. These Grabs could get a ton of value. Sneaky is just chilling up there, probably waiting for the Grab to come out, and they're all ready to just dive right on top of it. The sneaky positioning from Sneaky, if I make that pun myself, it gets all three players caught in the Grab. Three squishies down, I should say. And that's a one ult win right there. And now that's bought enough time for Dallas to get the beat up online to try to sustain through the Grab from Auburn here. That being said, there is an EMP. If the EMP hits Dallas, then it might not even matter. As we see just how it goes here. The EMP comes out, dies instantly, but the beat is there even though the EMP came out. Smee's in a ton of trouble here, but able to just take in just enough cover and is able to just live through that. Now all the ults are coming out. Sneaky whips out the blade because the fight is starting to get a little bit messy towards the end. And Smee, well, I guess Smee just doesn't care about an overclocked soldier on the other side. He's just gonna say, I have a left click. I can still take this fight. And this is actually really devastating for Auburn. They burned 4 ultimates in that fight. Granted, UW burned a ton of ults there too, but now there's no ults available for either side in order to try to get this last fight going. We're at 80%, and bubbles have been forced out of OB's chicken. And this might be a bit of a problem as now they are temporarily without any pushing power, without those all-important Zarya bubbles. And oh, there's already the pick. The tank is down. Yes, it's traded out, but the tank is just so much more important here. But the Brad, he's carrying a little bit here. He's able to find 2, but the Ana goes down. But the Brad, he's doing so much damage with the nano boost. He gets 3. Mags is doing his best to try to even it up here. And it's actually got him really messy. Everything's all over the place. Charles is down, and it's just a Brad on his lonesome here as OB's chicken goes down. And that is the end of the match there, where Auburn just gets completely forced out. And even though the Brad got the nano boost and was able to get so much damage into the enemy team, gets 3 kills, I believe, in that fight. It was just not enough because the space making potential of the Zarya was just not there with the Zarya from Auburn dying so early. Just goes to show the immense power that tanks have in Overwatch 2. That was quite the game that we had there. I think we're just going to jump right into the second match here for Auburn versus UW here, which is going to be on Kings Row. And these games are a best of 3. And so if UW wins this particular map, then UW wins this game here. Now, this is actually a pretty interesting take. We have Auburn on defense and UW on offense, but Mags, he's pulled out the Reinhardt here. And of course, Kings Row is one of those OG maps that was really built for the 6v6. This particular choke point near the front of Kings Row can be pretty difficult to push as a single take, but it looks like UW are up to the challenge using the right. Okay, nope, I got you baited. I take everything back. Max is on the Zarya as might be more typical here. And now they're just gonna try to push. And Auburn, they make the choice not to hold up at the initial checkpoint and instead come all the way back here, as now we have the skirmish right on point, and Mortality Field is actually already forced for the side of of Auburn, I should say, and now UW's gonna have an advantage because Speed can hold on to this Immortality Field, and that's already a pick onto the Brad, and 2 are now down, and that's just it for the first point. There's nothing to do now. All members of Auburn are down, and now UW are already looking to capitalize on extra space here, trying to push up a little bit as if they can try to get the card to start rolling here. Sneaky goes in. So didn't really have any help. Don't know about that particular decision. And that's actually a pretty consequential pick too, because that means Mags has to back all the way up, and now they do not have archery control. And this is a brutal checkpoint. Sorry, not checkpoint. Chokehold to try to break through here. But Mags has to grab. He's gonna try to do it. The amplification matrix is gonna try to keep everyone up, but it's not gonna help against just the blade from Sneaky. It picks up almost everyone. It's just a Zarya by herself. Yeah, Zarya is good, but not a 1v5 kind of good. And that's going to be 2 ultimates committed for the side of UW, but you still have 2 more ultimates coming up. Now I do want to watch Obese Chicken has built the grab faster than Dallas has built the sound barrier, which means that there may be a window of opportunity here. But you have the amplification matrix and overclock paired together. Oh, that's a one-shot body shot if any of the rail shots hit through the amplification matrix. But Auburn backs out. They realize that they can just wait both of those out, and now the grab is gonna come in, blocks up 2. But the immortality field is around the corner. What a great immortality field, and no one's able to dive through the grab. But Brad, he has an overclock and has already picked up 2. UW, they think that they can win this. They dumped the beat and they rewarded with 1, but Mags is oh so low, only with Lucio healing. But oh my gosh, it just doesn't matter here, does it? Mags eventually gets taken down, but it just doesn't. Wait a second, we still have a fully charged Zarya for the side of Auburn, and actually, UW, they're acquiescing this push. Even though they tried to commit to beat, the Zarya just wasn't able to die fast enough, and just the natural sustain of the Zarya gonna keep up the even fights, the trades there when the Zarya is still up. And actually, that's another really fast grab here. Now, the beat in response to the blade here, both for Sneaky, and Sneaky, even in the flex, has such a limited time span, is not going to be able to just keep you up through all of that. And now, that's just Max going to go down, and that's going to be the end of this particular team fight. And that was a really good control of ults there to not commit too much to that particular fight, because now you still have the grab here for the side of UW. You really only use the beat defensively for Sneaky's blade, and now there's an ult advantage for the side of Auburn. Try to keep everyone through here, and the grab comes out instantly, but it actually only gets 1, and the grab from Mags is huge. It's so much bigger. That is a certified Zarya diff if I've ever seen one. The grab only gets Sneaky on the side of Auburn, while Mags managed to lock up 4 or 5 members. And even though there's an ult advantage, they didn't have the beat in particular. And now that's UW gonna able to get the second checkpoint, and they're gonna roll their way, try to get to a 3rd tier. Now there's what an amplification matrix. Even the cold healing from 10 isn't gonna keep your Reaper up through all that double damage. That is a quick and easy team fight win there. Really only using the amplification matrix. Now the ult link is still a little dry. Dallas has just got the beat back online, and there's an overclock here. There is no amplification matrix out because it was just used, but Smee's probably gonna just go for the headshots anyway because that's just that good. And already Obese Chicken falling a little bit low here and has to back a little bit. Now there's a trade of overclock, but one side has beat and the other doesn't. It's me finds ahead of Charles, and yeah, the Brad finds a counter pick here, but it's just way too much, with the beat help making all the difference there, meaning that Smee could get picks while the Brad could not. And that is 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining on the clock for the side of UW. And that's going to be a really good time bank here as UW goes to the defense. Now, I will say during all of that, it did appear that Auburn was actually able to make some good usage out of their ultimate abilities, but and a few times UW the players just kind of found themselves out of position and into kind of scrappy fights that some of these team fights have ended up devolving in. Auburn seemed to have generally been able to find the upper hand, but UW has been working so hard to not take those even scrappy fights, has really been looking to just take quick ultimate fights, drop the amplification matrix immediately, drop the overclock immediately, and we're gonna get a few picks from that. Or use the grav early, try to get a team wipe off of that. And these really quick fights are what's helping UW get through these points really quickly as we transition over to the offensive side for Auburn, defensive side for UW here. As the clock starts heading out here in excuse me. Um yeah, now we saw Mags tease the Reinhardt a little bit earlier. Don't know if he's gonna pull that out on the defense, just like Zarya is just still so much of a meta pick here. But I did like at some points the support lineup. We saw Kiriko for a bit, but eventually we just had Baptista, Lucio on both sides, and ooh, look at this. We do have some Mags Reinhardt here, and actually Sneaky is going to be on the Mei. And the one thing that you really look for Mei to do is to bring up that ice wall, isolate the front line, flip them from the back, and just collapse on them. And that's the one reason you might pick the Reinhardt here, because Reinhardt is really good as general frontline pressure. Maybe not so good at the longer burn down the backline type deals, but if you're looking to just rush down the front line, Dallas, come on, dude, you're better than this. Get out of there! Don't get your head taken off. There we go. And W's just gonna look for a try to get an initial shot. Doesn't find it. Gonna immediately swap over to the Sojourn here. Now, again, UW has also decided not to hold that initial choke, but oh, there's the wall. Obese Chicken, he's completely caught out, and even though the Brad gets the trade onto the Dallas, no Zarya means that there's no pushing power whatsoever for the side of Auburn, and you're gonna need to wait for that respawn. Dallas, because he has skates, he's able to come back really quickly, and so this trade shouldn't matter. And yep, the Lucio is already back here for the side of UW. And actually, Obese Chicken, he's moved on to the Reinhardt himself and the Mei, and they're gonna try to take this even Ryan, but Mags, he just has a better engagement here, and Charles has nothing to do but to try to get out with his life. W, can't say the same about him. And now Sneaky, look at that pace of ult. Already has the Blizzard, and because there's no Diva or Zarya, because this is 5v5, might be a very free Blizzard here. The wall goes out, and the counter wall tries to pick up the Ryan. Doesn't do it, but does isolate the Mei, and there's nothing that the Brad can do in that particular position. And this is going to be try to get out, but 10 gets his head taken clean right off, and so does, and the Reinhardt flips to follow. But now we're starting to get into the territory where ults are starting to even out. Yes, Auburn did make some early swaps, which means that they had a bit of an early ult disadvantage. But now we do have a Blizzard, we do have a Nano for the side of Auburn, and speak, guys, be careful. Can't really allow them to die that quickly. And there's a window there, but Auburn just kind of runs past it with the Nano. But oh no, Obese Chicken, he's almost surrounded here. He has a hold of shield, but it seems he's able to just sustain. Oh, that's a massive speed to try to keep Obese Chicken up. It still doesn't work though, but the Blizzard is dropped from the Brad. Does get the counter pick onto Mags. And this is probably going to be, oh, wait a second. Speed is now down. There's UWs are trying to look to contest this point even more. There's no tanks on either side, so it does appear who can frag out harder, and who can frag out harder. The answer is evidently UW, because now that's 2 tanks, both CPS down on Auburn, and there's even though the plans tried to come through from Jericho, there's nothing that can be really done about this. What an aggressive beat from Dallas. That's just such an insane call to be so brave as to commit the beat to that fight, have the full confidence that they're able to retake it, and there's only 2 ticks for the side of UW, and the wall comes out, 3 are passed, and so this is not exactly the decisive wall that you have here. 1 is enough to pick up a beef chicken. Oh, and then the headshot from Sneaky picks up the opposing May, and that's pretty much a full team wipe right there. Okay, this is getting a little disrespectful. Just holding the spawn here, and the amplification matrix right in their faces. This is a bit much, and W just dies instantly because that's what an amplification matrix does to you. Brad's gonna switch over to a Widow, goes to high ground, trying to take off a few heads here. And yep, there's Karen. Karen goes down now, and finds his body shot onto Smee, and UW might have trolled just a little bit too hard here, because all of a sudden, point progress is going through for the side of Auburn. And there we go, there's the cap, and Auburn saves himself from embarrassment from the spawn hole there, and are able to get this cart rolling. Now, we're gonna look to go into this second point, and because of how delayed UW died, they aren't gonna be really able to look for the arches hold, unlike what we saw with Auburn. Instead, we're just going to have Mags going to try to hold one of the later corners with the shatter, but there is also a shatter from the side of Obi's chicken. Whoever lands a fat shatter here might end up deciding this. There's the amplification matrix. It gets walled off, but Sneaky dies anyway because the Brad is still on the Widow, who had swapped earlier to try to find some of those opening ticks. And without that wall, UW can't make progress with their comp. It depends so heavily on the May wall to try to find those isolations. So that's 1 or 2 more quarters that have been given. And that's like just only the amplification matrix used as well. Very cheap fight win. And now we're looking at the next push. Who's gonna get the shatter here? One of them is gonna be used here. And there it is. There's the beat. The beat is too late. It doesn't save carrots from the poison of all things. And then with 2 down, that's gonna be it. That should be it. There's a pick from Dallas onto the Lucio. Okay, yeah, that is it. Without the Reinhardt to provide the team safety, that's all she wrote for this second point. Unless UW tries anything crazy, but no one's there. This is gonna be point 2, and UW may start to regret trolling just a little too hard all the way on point A. This could get really bad, and the Brad has swapped to the Hanzo. Look for these long-range duels. And Dallas needs to be a little careful of just chilling out there because of the long-range potential for picks here. Oh, that's such a huge interrupt from Karen! Just denies the beat, and now they've lost the beat, and they still get all froze up and lose the team fight. That is such incredible. Okay, that's a little bit excessive, Dallas. So this is gonna be a pretty interesting 4v5 for a little bit until Dallas comes back. But the amplification matrix is just gonna buy Dallas some time to get back here. But that was a really big interrupt onto Charles' beat. Make sure that everything gets value. Now a responding amplification matrix. Mag's gonna try to push through it, but is unable to do so, at least while staying alive. And now there's no tank for the side of UW. And this is gonna be a UW that just has to back up here. Nothing else to do. And now we're looking at the final point here. OB Chicken's gonna try to push forward here, take some space, look to build this next shatter. get it off, knock people to the ground, and that is a huge way to get started. The Brad finds an opening pick onto the May. There's not that many tools left in the toolkit here. B has overclock that's got to be used sooner or later because we're running out of time here. There it comes, and it picks up one, picks up two. There's the Shatter to help out, and the ult's coming just in the nick of time. Bag's tossing that Shatter basically as soon as it came online, and 10 gets spotted out, not able to contest the point. Great ping from side of UW, and no one's there. Yeah, Max gets shattered on the ground, but it doesn't matter. No one's able to get to the point, and that is all she wrote. UW wins this first game against Auburn 2-0. Very great game from both sides. Love to see the Reinhardt come out on Kings Road, the traditional Reinhardt map with the May. Great stuff. But UW, they're the better team. And we're gonna take a little break here, and we'll come back in a few minutes with our second game for you all. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Hello and welcome back to our second round of games for our Overwatch 2 team. This set of two matches, at least two rounds is for Western is UW against Western Esports. Jeez, I don't know what words are nowadays. But you know what I mean. We're gonna get just straight into it. We already saw some great Overwatch from Auburn, and now we're gonna look to have some hopefully even better ones against Western Esports here. And our first match here, our capture point map, is going to be Nepal. And one of the things that they did to Village in particular here is you have those stone piles there. You see to the left or right. They, in the anticipation for 5v5, they went and reworked a few of these checkpoints. There's some stuff like on Hollywood as well that they've done. Just try making navigating these choke points a little easier. But we're jumping right into it now. Jester is on the Junker Queen, and the Junker Queen here is going to symbolize they want to play a lot more brawly and quick. Well, the Zard's gonna look to have a more drawn-out fight here because the Junker Queen has bursts of from the commanding shout where it is really powerful, but it's not as strong in the downtime. But Jester recognizes that against this kind of pokey comp, he's gonna need to switch over to the Zarya, and although neither side gets picked, well, actually, the Western Esports, they are coming back on right now, but that is a big anti-nade from Terran that just gets so many of them so weak. What a massive play from the backline Terran right there to enable that play. It allows Sneaky to dive on in, and there just aren't enough bubbles to go around, keep everyone up. Bendy is going to switch to the Sojourn right there off the Tracer, as Western Esports gonna look to try to take care of this high ground here. Oh, there's another anti, but the cleanse is there. Should I make it work? And Sneaky has found one, and gonna try to look for more. He's kind of a low health there and doesn't have health. But wait a second, never mind, he does! Karen is back again! The support line here from the UW is absolutely insane. Bails out Sneaky, gets kills of their own here. Now, Karen, okay, ignores it a little, gonna be fine. Nades themselves, gonna be okay. And now we have a Nano Blade coming up for UW, and is there enough of a response available right here? There it is. Oh, the sleep. Wait a second. They woke him up. They woke him up. What are they doing? Western Esports, Gen Sniper got to sleep with a hero play to just stop the Nanoblade in his tracks, but they just woke up the Sneaky, who proceeded to clean up nearly the rest of the team. But okay, so Dallas does a little bit of trolling here and goes down. It's gonna be a 4v5 here, but Mags is close to the grab, and once Dallas respawns, he's gonna have a blade here to use. The cleanse, the bell does come out. Okay, that's really well, I mean, I guess can't argue with it if it works, because C finds the pick, and there's no time left. That capture point just left it so fast I didn't even realize. The point was at 90%. And UW had the ability to just beat in aggressively into the team because Western Esports, they had to try to touch point. And that was dominant, to say the least, for UW Esports there. Great plays all around. Shout out once again to the support line, enabling so many of these plays, particularly anti-nades or aggressive beats in. Support line is doing incredible work for the side of UW. We shout out to Tanksaloft for their incredible damage and playmaking potential. DPS as always, but it's always it's almost never support line, but here it is the support line. Two big bubbles for the support line, and Jester is not going to be able to survive because of the heal that the Zarya can provide, and that means that Brandon is gonna go down as well. Now Jester has moved away from the Winston. He's gonna go over to Arissa, but because the entire team has just died, he's just gonna get. Oh, okay, Okay, dude. Guys, come on. So Max is gonna be able to stay alive. UW actually hasn't capped point. So they're gonna be forced to acquiesce this point really fast because they trolled too hard here. Karen, he's getting pressured by the Lucio. He's gonna get taken down. Too many people dead for kills to be available to him. And this point cap should probably happen pretty quickly. This fight is starting to get a little messy, but Dallas is all alone, 1 HP and anti. Is trying to get out, but he's not going to be able to. And that should have been more percent for University of Washington. As it is, though, we have Brandon with a Deadeye, but it's me with Pulse Bomb. That's about it in terms of ultimates. Mag's going to need to take a little bit of time to try to get charged up here in Dallas. He's looking for something here, but the Pulse Bomb whip. 2 are anti from on the side of Western. That's gonna be okay. Bendy finds the Helix rockets. It's gonna not is gonna come out of that. Now wait a second. Nanoblade is here. Does pick up 1. Then now the Deadeye is there. And oh, what a sleep start. And they're able to make sure Sneaky is not able to that Brandon is not able to do any damage with that Deadeye. But even in the middle of that, Sneaky goes down anyway. And Western Esports is still able to hang on to this point. Now, Jester is back onto the Zarya here. But we have a grab for Mags. What is he able to do with it? How many people can Mags get with this grab on Surge? There it goes. And it picks up, it only picks up 1. And Brandon doesn't even die from it. It might have been a slight misplay from UW, but Bendy is down. The barrier ultimately doesn't do much. UW, they are able to find a recap. Smee is actually on the Tracer now, and on a more rushdown diving type setup, which is kind of an interesting take from the side of UW. 72% for Western Esports here. There is a Pulse Bomb. Will Jester be able to get a bubble out in time here? Now, there's a lot of pressure here on the side of Jester, and the Pulse Bomb is able to pick up 1. It's the Ana, which means that there's no healing left for the Zarya, and everyone falls over. Great plays from the University of Washington, but you need to look to the Hack Visor available for Bendy on the side of Western. This Hack Visor could be really big, especially since thousands go down and there's no ability to run away from this Hack Visor coming out here. But oh, the sleep dart? You can't be serious. That's a hero play from Karen when they're down several. But even with the hero play, 2 are down from the side of the University of Washington, and that's just so sad that Karen was able to get the sleep dart, but the rest of the team fell all around him. But UW did get 99%. Can Brandon do more with the Deadeye? But Mags, look at Mags, 97% away from what could be the round-winning Graviton Surge here. There's the Deadeye. Deadeye is... What, Shenardia? What is this? And, okay, it doesn't get used, the Deadeye, because there's a deflected in face with the death to trigger it. But Smee has found the Ana here, and another Pulse Bomb, and there we go, the DPS ultimate doing some work here. DPS clean up that round right then and there. Huge Pulse Bomb with the follow-up blade. Everyone around the Auburn is dead. Not Auburn, excuse me, from Western Esports is dead, and that will be it. Nepal goes the way of University of Washington, and once again, University of Washington lead 1-0 in this match. And I think that we had a lot of really really scrappy fights. I think UW would probably win a lot more decisively if we had maybe a little less spawn emoting, let's say. Dallas is out here. Excuse me, that is my alarm. You can just disregard that. There's a bit of trolling, as I guess we have a bit of a disrespect going on a little bit. I know. I shouldn't be saying about that. We're all about like being positive community, no toxicity. I don't know about the BS. Maybe get together your UW core values in a little bit. No worry, we all love you all, but we're gonna jump into the second Kings Row match here. Now, UW here, they're teasing the Reinhardt once more. I don't know if I'm just gonna get debated here, but it looks like that the side of Western Esports are looking towards a more, what is this exactly? It's a Reinhardt versus Junkrat. So I guess this is gonna be some kind of a choke control, with the Reinhardt gonna hold choke and the Junkrat's gonna spam surge and try to prevent Yuta from entering. Mag just doesn't run ball here, does he? He is running ball. Mags is gonna... I think Mag's just gonna look for them roll throughs, push some people forward when they are supposed to, possibly get the Reinhardt out, or potentially just pressure this backline here, give them something to look at, pressure the Ryan, and with all the distraction, there's an immortality field that needs to come out just to keep Jester back up. And Sneaky has found the Junkrat here, which is a ton of damage gone now, and the formation from Western Esports is kind of just falling apart right here. Mags eventually goes down, but what the ball is providing here in this composition is just pressure on every single member of Western Esports. Dallas, they don't. Okay, they see him. Are you okay, dude? So Esther's in a little bit of trouble here. He should be able to be kept up, and now Dallas is probably just going to be dead in their spawn, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's 2 down for the side of UW, which means they're probably going to lose Arclight control once more. I don't know about these plays. On a more optimistic level, maybe there was an opportunity for a blizzard there. I don't know. But we have tires available on both sides. The Mine's going to come first, and actually, it doesn't do a whole lot of area denial because no one is in it, and they're already intending to hold the choke point. But I guess what it does do is make sure no one can retreat, and now the tire is big for Sneaky, which means, and that fight is converted into a win. Nice. But it was kind of expensive. You spent the mines, you spent the blizzard, you spent the tire, which means that you only have support ultimates going on into the second half of the second checkpoint here. Then he's gonna swap over to the Sombra, which might be a good play to try to catch out this ball here who's trying to live in their backline. Sneaky's caught out without any support here. Now the support line, they're just in trouble here. Now the Transcendent comes out to try to keep this alive, and now the Kitsune Rush right after that, but the Shatter's there, and that topples down a couple, and both of the support ultimates are dedicated in vain. Shatter was so instrumental there to just make sure that the Kitsune Rush couldn't do anything surprising. And now UW, they're running on a bit of an empty bank here, and Lucio on the side of Western Esports gonna have a beat here. They may try to hold it as Karen goes down, but the trade does come onto Jet Sniper here. Now Dallas has to use the Ice Block, kind of isolated. Maybe he can be kept up, but no, the spam gets me. But trade, they're going in. This is getting really messy. Mags is hacked up, but hack no longer lasts as long as it used to, so Mags gonna be able to snap back into that ball form rather quickly here. And this is just so messy on both sides. Bendy goes down with his translocator found. Jester's on the D.Va now to get back quickly and touch the point first, and is rewarded as Sneaky is just caught out. And Jester is going to also find me there, which means that now 2 down from the side of UW. There might not be too much more to... Okay, but UW, they're never done. They're going to toss in the Blizzard, and the Blizzard is absolutely 100% massive. 3 traded right back here, but there's only 1 left. There's only Mag. He's hacked off, but the D-Mech can come through as well. And the Sneaky gets the mine kill. That was a crazy long, crazy messy team fight. Somehow that ends up going to the side of UW. And now, okay, now the picks are starting to come in. Mags is just going crazy on the ball. Big slams, big damage. He's gonna be able to be kept up here. They kind of neglected the payload a little bit, but they're pushing it now. There are 3 minutes left on the clock here. Trying to make something happen. Karen gets out before the hack can finish. So it's gonna be okay. Ball's coming in on a high ground, but there's the tire. Bendy has to translocate out. He got hit by a Junkrat shot. And here comes the self-destruct. It doesn't find anyone. Neither does the remix. And Jester actually remixed in No Man's Land, which means that it actually doesn't get anything. Sneaky, what a big tire denial right there. That makes it that the tire can't do any damage here. And now there's no tank for the side of Western Esports here. And the mines come in now. The mines get disabled from the EMP here. And then the Nano onto the Sombra. It does work. It gets both Mags and Dallas. And even the wall can't stop the Sombra from doing damage here. That's a really bold Nano choice right there. But then Karen, here comes the Coalescence, which almost gets the Junkrat. But the deal from Gen Sniper keeps the Junkrat killed up there. And now Stinky, who has swapped over to the Pharah in all of this mess, gets taken down by Jester. And now we're on a D.Va battle here, but the Kitsune Rush tries to mitigate all the pressure here. And the Blizzard right after that, I don't even know what's going on anymore. But Ultimate's got invested, and UW are continuing to roll the payload. Mags is defect right now, but we'll have the remix available right back right away. And now that the auto is down, there's no support left. There's not even a self-destruct to try to get a mech back here, and that's gonna be a very weird offensive round side of UW. The ball was getting a lot of work done, but one of the consequences of having a ball in the opponent's backline is that you don't have a tank for your own backline, which means that both backlines are especially fragile when Mags is on the ball, which means that you have a lot of backline deaths first. You have trades going everywhere, and once the tanks on both sides have done their dirty work, then they come back and face each other off. And because they're tanks, it takes a while for them to die, and then respawns come back, and then ults are getting dumped, and before you know it, 2 or 3 minutes have been off the clock, and that's one team fight. This goes to show how crazy Overwatch can be, even in 5v5 mode, which is widely considered to be a lot faster or more, perhaps you could say, lethal version of Overwatch 2. Even those fights can take a very long time. Now, does Jester choose to play the Sigma here? The Sigma would be an interesting choice here, and I would say probably not the best one here. Okay, the Jester goes in with the issue with Sigma here. The Sigma prefers the longer sight lines, and King's Row doesn't have a ton of those. It tends to cause you to play close a lot. Karen's gonna use the deflect, make sure he doesn't get picked. And actually, there's just a Moira right here. I should know, by the way, remember that Karen was making all those plays in map 1? Karen's on DPS now. So kind of a bit of a, I guess we would say off rolling a little bit here, and now is taking Karen's place. Doesn't quite work out. Gets Pig going a little too. Oh, okay. Karen can make plays no matter what he's playing, I guess. Just gets the shuriken headshots here. That's such a juicy target. And with a bunch of squishies in there, surely the dive comes in here. Yana is in a little bit of trouble here, but the respawns are here. Try to keep everyone up. The bending on the Sombra has already gone down. And okay, dude. Heal up your tank, please. You're welcome. Dallas is having a little bit to it. Okay, what can I say? You're actually emoting their spawn, and imagine even gonna die from it, but Dallas Whale got way too complacent there, and now they're sneaky with the 3K Death Blossom. And I thought that this was done here. Sneaky pops out of the shadows, dumps the Death Blossom to pick up 3 with a Fortune coming right after that. And now we're looking at like Kitsune Rush Blade. Kitsune Rush doesn't respond. Why not? This has been working. Just like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then the plunges make sure that nothing too bad happens. And okay, Dallas goes down once more. Definitely playing a bit of a, let's say, DPS more here. Now, one take has actually, while this has been going on, gone over on the side of Western Esports. But Jet Sniper gets caught trying to bail out the members of Western Esports here. Great peel from Max to make sure that the Reaper can't follow up on the damage. Okay, but there is the hook. Gets the punish onto Sneaky, and there might be a window of opportunity as Sneaky might take a while to come back here. There might be a 5v4 opportunity here. I will say I do like the idea of the Roadhog trying to punish these UW players who are playing extraordinarily aggressively. Here comes the Blade here, trying to get some work done, and that's not gonna get anything because the Blade comes out at the same time from the side of UW, and the Kitsune Rush isn't gonna be able to do anything, not with the Terror Surge coming out from Mags as well. And okay, he does get found. Sneaky tries to make a play for the top rope, doesn't quite work out. They gotta know he's here, right? They don't know he's here. Oh no! He gets 3! Yes, Jester's able to trade it out, but you'll take that any day of the week if you're Sneaky, even if it's a Sunday. And the Javelin's gonna be there just to make sure Jester's not gonna be able to get a hook off. There are 30 seconds left in the game. Now, there is a chance here with this whole hog trying to make something happen, but Smee is just gonna rush into the backline, cause why not? Gonna pick up 2, and then the whole hog not gonna be able to do anything once that many members are picked. And this has just been demolishing from UW. The headshot from the Kiriko, and yeah, that's just it. That is just it. UW wins, emoting in Western Esports spawn. That is a display of dominance if I've ever seen one. And Western Esports gave it a valiant effort. We're able to make a few things occur, but overall, Western Esports just got rolled over and over again with UW just rushing right at them. They just looked not ready every single time UW called for the super aggressive plays. And that's gonna be it for UW versus Western Esports, where UW has won 2 games now in their homecoming. So congrats to the University of Washington for picking up both games here. And that's gonna do it for us for now. But we do have a Rocket League cast coming, I believe, at 8:30, 7:30? 7:30 according to my backstage here. So in about half an hour, we're going to have some Rocket League joining us. So maybe you can tune out, but don't tune out for too long. And we'll have you back hopefully in just a moment. But in the meantime, thank you so much for joining us for our University of Washington esports stream on our Twitch channel tonight. Thank you for spending tonight with us, with our production crew, with our Overwatch 2 team. And if you see them at your door, in the next few days, maybe don't let them in. They might do who knows what. And remember to check us out at UW Esports on most platforms. This is for Twitter, Instagram, and then on YouTube, we are UW Esports. We post all of our VODs there. So do check them out if you have the time. And join our Discord. If you're a UW student and you're interested in volunteering, maybe you're interested in being a shoutcaster like me, or maybe you're interested in doing something more backstage, no matter what, thank you for joining us tonight. To just wrap us up, I am once again, I am Nelson. I'm Pandabear at Pandabear Cast, and I will hopefully be with you all next week once again to cast some more Overwatch 2. Again, once more, if you're around, stick around for Rocket League. But otherwise, we will wrap up here. Thank you all.
It began with 3 pillars, the foundation for UW Esports, pushing ourselves to greater heights.
Community.
Career.
Competition.
Oh yeah. Reminds me of Toronto Defiant Yakpung. Reminiscent of that, of just juggling everyone into the corner there.
Maybe that'll be the game changer here for UW.
Maybe. Oh my goodness, what an angle by Wizard.
Wow.